What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. If you desire to leave your job this year and do something more meaningful with real estate while helping people and doing the will of God, we want to show you how to start your own independent living facility. My name is Derrick Forston. Beautiful. Who are you?
I am Shay Forston. And again, we make up Forston Consultants, the ILF operators, owners, educators, trademark holders of all things independent living facility. And we are here to break down all of the myths and all of your preconceived notions of how you can take the homeless, the displaced, those with mental health backgrounds and illnesses, from homeless to hopeful, utilizing what we've coined and phrased as the independent living facility model. I not only am a consultant here at Forston Consultants, but I am also a founder of a nonprofit organization by the name of the Angela Denise Foundation, which is a nonprofit, right? Like I said, a 501c3, and we utilize the ILF model as a form or a source of income. And not only does it bring in income into our nonprofit, but it also helps us to advance other programs that the Angela Denise Foundation has implemented in our organization.
If you text the phrase more info to the phone number that's scrolling below, and for my people on TikTok, you text it on the screen. But again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place.
Again, text it to
so Shay, I think you see something that you want to read, so you go ahead.
I do. So we have our family joining us all the way in California, and they said, hey, y'all, we are at our ILF right now putting our beds together.
Good stuff.
Like that's
Love
Kathy
it.
and Ronald, and super excited for them. They've joined us. How long has it been? Has it been a couple of months now, or just a month?
Ask them. They're right there.
How long have you guys been with us? And
feels like yesterday.
They've got keys. They've got keys. They've got keys. They've got keys, and they are putting beds together. Getting ready to promote, right? Do their open house and invite people in to come see what they're doing in the community. Man, this is amazing. So they've been with us since April. And
it's pretty cool that they're actually at their brand new ILF right now, because one of the topics that I'm going to talk about today is the move-in package.
Yeah.
So if you're completely new to us, you may not know what that is, but I'm going to let Shay dive into that. But a list that I have with about 4 different things that I want to talk about is the move-in packet, right? So, and I'm sure Kathy and Rona is all over that because they follow our coaching to the T. But guys, just to let you know, we just don't move people in and say, hey, have a great day. So first of all, if you don't know who we are, and I never like to take that for granted, Shay and I are just simply 2 people that came together and decided that, you know what, we've learned this thing of how to house people, show the love of God through it. Why not teach it to other people? So how many of y'all have ever dreamed of something like this, to where you wanted to help people? You always had the thought to get into real estate, and obviously you probably love God. Why you think we always say love God, love people, love real estate? And that's simply what Shay and I do. So we trademark something that's called independent living facilities. And that is just simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight.
Right.
So these are not group homes. These are not ILFs, which is an assisted living facility. These are not IDDs, intellectually developmental disabled. I usually mess that up, but I think I nailed it. These are none of those things to where you need a license and state oversight. Right there, somebody should be doing the cucaracha right now in your living room.
Not the cucaracha.
No, I just made that word up, but somebody should be dancing, because just like most of y'all, guys, I also wanted to get into this. And I was a social worker that saw a lady making 41 grand a month housing people in rats and roaches. And I'm going to say that again for all my new people. I saw a lady making $41,000 a month housing people in rats and roaches. So I just said, why not me? Meaning get into this, but do it the right way. And from that tonight, I got about 4 topics that I want to talk about, and the move-in packet is actually one. Shay, on you.
So honestly, can you expand that for me?
I sure can.
So that way we can get some of these comments rolling and be able to see things a little bit more clearer. Lots clearer. So yeah, the move-in packet is very important. We had we delved into that a little bit yesterday when we were talking about, the eviction proceedings and how getting people out. What is so important about having information documented in one place so that you can always get back to it. The move-in packet is exactly that. And with Digital Flow Solutions, which is a platform that you get while you're under our coaching or in our coaching. And it's everything that you need to communicate with providers, email campaigns, email marketing, maintaining, constant contact and information with those that you're going to be doing business with, as well as your clients, right? Right before we went live, I used Digital Flow Solutions to send out a mass text message to all of my residents. And it's not like me just creating a group message. They all individually get the text message. They don't know that I sent it to everybody in the house, right? So they just see that they got a message from our system stating that, or our management department stating that there's something that's going to be happening on a specific date. But back to the move-in packet. The move-in packet is imperative because it keeps all of your information, all of the information that you have on file in the system and attached to the client. So prime example, you don't have to go and take them a piece of paper and say, hey, I need you to sign this. And like I give that example yesterday, you're driving down the street, you just want your hair whipping in the wind, and you forgot you had the moving packet on the passenger seat, and all of the pages go flying out the window, right?
Womp, womp, womp.
Or you throw your cup of coffee where they signed, and now you don't have any signature line, or it's stained. So now do it digitally through Digital Flow Solutions, right, Derrick? And now you have it attached to the client. So now whenever you need to find information on that client, it's already embodied in their contact information on the platform. So the move-in packet is imperative because not only does it allows the residents to see what you stand for as a housing provider. You've articulated that, I'm sure, in the assessment or in conversation as you're moving them in. Yeah. But that move-in packet includes things like the rule book, right? Which is telling them what's accepted and what's not. Yeah. Other documents that hold you responsible or keep them accountable for everything that you want them to do, like in regards to cleanliness. It's so many documents, Derrick, that I can get tongue-tied trying to explain.
You are getting tongue-tied, actually.
I am. And you would think I don't stutter. Derrick is the one that stutters.
I stutter tremendously, y'all.
I'm like, no, because the move-in packet, I get excited when I talk about how you can digitize everything, and not only digitize it and then have to upload it and do this. Let Digital Flow Solutions be the one that does all of the, you know what I'm saying? Let Digital Flow Solutions be your advanced administrative team. Let it be the COO and the CEO and the ones that kick people out and the ones that restore order and maintain order, right? When they contact you on your phone, your personal line, if that's what you have, that's you and them. You're the face of the in-person thing. You're the in-person person. But those, when it's time to lay down order, when it's time to make things happen, you better do it from that CRM.
Yeah,
you better do it from the CRM.
That's the whole purpose of it, y'all. Like, why would you have this great CRM and not use it? And Shay said it again, perfect words. Shay said the word separate. Can two people type the word separate in the chat? You want to separate you from the business. Yeah. Why would Shay send a note saying, when Shay said that the rent due and you ain't paid it yet? The Angela Denise Foundation's accounting department noticed you haven't paid rent. Right. And it's coming from this different phone number, this different email address. Not from, this Shay called me hollering about my rent late. It ain't Shay. It's the Angela Denise Foundation accounting department. Correct. How genius is that, you guys? You paid for this software system. Why not use it to its highest ability, Shay? Full potential. Make sense? Yeah. So I just wanted to share that because I think a lot of people I think you're as an entrepreneur, it is important that you know what systems and software can do for your business. Yeah. And how it holds not only the client accountable, but you as the entrepreneur and the business owner accountable. It helps you implement things, safeguards. That help you to eliminate or easily go through processes, especially like the eviction process. Like in my CRM, I showed the ladies that I met with, had a beautiful, wonderful meeting today. It was about a 3.5, almost 4-hour meeting. I'm going through Digital Flow Solutions and showing them how they can implement different aspects into their business. Guys, DFS is an all-in-one platform to run any business. I don't care if you fry chicken, you got a cleaning company, you're a consultant, or you house the homeless, or you flip properties for a living. Yeah. Whatever you do, guys, Digital Flow Solutions is the absolute cheat code to it. But just to put a pin in this last point, whether you're under my coaching or not, and especially if you're under my coaching,
Right.
we don't move in nobody without using our
documents.
move-in packet
Yeah.
with the proper documents. Because again, what happens if you move in somebody and they didn't sign that release of liability?
They fall down the steps on
and I
Tuesday.
understand it's exciting. You've been waiting on this day all your life. You get this great coaching, and then bam, clients start coming, and then now you do what I call you skip the process. Most people say, well, trust the process. I got one to say, don't skip the process.
Don't skip the process.
Don't be so excited that you forget to do the paperwork to move this person in, to make it what I'm going to call legit. Because God forbid something happened and you move in a dadgum knucklehead and you have to go through the eviction process. At least you got everything in one place. Because if you unorganized like me, most of y'all won't admit it, but guys, I'm unorganized. But with this system I have, y'all will think I'm a genius. Because it keeps everything in one place. And lucky for me, my wife is real good at the eviction process. And paperwork and documentation, she specializes in it. So Shay won't allow me to slip in that. So all y'all take a piece of Shay. All y'all right now, hold your hand up and go, why you think we always lead out by saying, do God's will, help people, be respected by the community, but also make enough money to feed your family?
Correct. There's
people already praying. How many times have I prayed over y'all to say, God, can you merge us with the people that are already praying for this? How many of y'all have sat under that prayer? I pray that all the time. In fact, I'll go a step further, and some of y'all that's been around us a long time notice, my brother used to say that. How many of y'all have been around me long enough to remember Otis used to always say, there are people already praying for this thing that God told you to build.
God's already aligned to them. Have them in waiting. They're waiting in the wings for you, for your yes.
And y'all know we live by that saying that says procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told Pam to do. So I'm going to put Pam's name in it today because we passed that hump now.
Or D.
Me and Pam already been talking about how can we get her next property now.
Other names. Dave, Derrick.
Right? So
you know what I love? I love the fact that people, everybody's journey is different. And when you allow God to journey or traverse that journey with you, that delay is honestly the miracle throughout the process. You get to watch God move through your whole process. Even though you want it to happen now, like there's things in our life that we want to see happen now.
Yeah.
And if you allow God, and this is what our pastor preached about 2 weeks ago, when you allow God in those places that seem stagnant, in those places that seem like they're not, like it's just not going to happen, there will be no breakthrough. If you look at it with the glass half full and not a glass half empty, you'll get more out of the processing. You'll get more out of the test, right? It won't be, oh, the woe it's me in the test. It's okay, God, I see what you're showing me in this. Okay, God, I see how I need to adjust financially in this. Oh, okay, God, it ain't meant for me to rent right now. You want me to be an owner. Okay, I see you opening this door over here. So you've got to be able to discern the times, especially as you're walking through entrepreneurship, because the seasons change just as the weather does. You've got the mountaintops, you got the valleys, you got the in-between places. But when you allow God to guide you through those situations, even in, Katara, you said the 3 years. I can guarantee you, if we ask Katara, what did you learn in the gap period? What did you learn in the wait? What did
you learn in the gap? I like that.
How did it set you up for success now that you're actively in it? Do you have more compassion for people? Do you have more wisdom in your implementation of your housing program? And it's not that God said you weren't ready. God says, I need to continue to do a work in you so that when I bring the people to you, you are able to push them through whatever it is they need to be pushed through. Right? So this is why it's important to see what we do as ministry and not money. Because as you go through this process, as you go through the cycles in this business, you're going to see God's hand work, not only in you as the individual that are housing people, but as the people that are being housed, you're going to see lives change. You're going to see lives transform. Networking is so imperative. Even if you feel like a fish out of water, go, right? You're going to connect with someone. Oh, sorry, my pastor just texted me. Anyway, you're going to go and meet with someone, and you may be that needed answer to a question that they have or a resource. Yeah. So don't forsake the assembling of the saints, right? But no, don't forsake that, because there's an opportunity for you to be heard. There's an opportunity to introduce who you are and what you do. And I promise you, I really feel that I don't think we've ever went to an event where when we showed up, what we provided wasn't needed. It was a huge need.
All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is very small topic, but I want to talk about furnishing your ILF. Oh, yeah. Now, if you guys are not like Pam and you had a place already that had furniture in it, only thing Pam had to do, you all, was get twin beds. And if I'm wrong about that, Pam, you'll remind me in the chat. But if I can remember, Pam's place, both of them pretty much were ready to go. She just needed those twin beds. I want Shay to talk about the first thing that we made a change about 2 years ago was the kind of beds that we use. We used to have a box spring mattress, headboard, blah, blah, blah. Shay, can you tell them kind of the newer style of beds that we use now and maybe why?
So we're using platform beds. The reason why is because it's a lot less maintenance.
What is a platform bed?
So the platform bed is like a slated bed, but it's the metal ones, heavy duty for adults. And they come in all sizes. You can get twin XL. You can get, double, queen, all of that. You can get any size, and you can also get them elevated. So they're not like the 12 inches, 13 inches off the ground. You can go a lot higher so that they can have storage underneath the platform. Not only do we do that, but now it eliminates the box spring, the need for the box spring.
That's my favorite feature.
Yeah, it eliminates the need for having to have a box spring. And listen, that is something for those of you that have never had the experience of bed bugs. That helps to eradicate that, right? They love them, the wood in the bed,
They love
box springs. So,
and also one of my other favorite features, other than not having that box spring and only needing a mattress now, is that we get the ones that are 18 inches high. So guess what we can put on the bottom, Shay?
Storage bins.
Yeah. Talk about those bins that you kind of like to get from Home Depot or other places that they can
just
put things in.
basic storage bins, right? Clear. You want to have them clear, see-through. So that way if you have any creepy crawlers, you can see.
Or anything inappropriate.
Anything, right? But I'm talking about creepy crawlers too.
We don't buy black bins. We want to see what's in them.
Do not buy black bins, y'all. Yeah. No black bins. Anything that you purchase for the ILF, make sure it's see-through.
And another thing that I want to talk about, it looks like I'm going to be able to keep this room under an hour today.
Yeah.
So I got 4 minutes.
Just real fast. Because I think this is a good one. So SNE Groups LLC says, I have 14 units that I'm selling furniture from in Houston. So I have those types of beds that are from 2-bedroom units.
Cool.
I do have pictures if you want to see them. So connect with,
Also join, well, if you're not in our ILF Academy, which is a free Facebook group of ours, that's probably a great place to put it too.
Join the ILF
but if
Academy
you're a family,
Facebook.
Like in our coaching, I would have you post that in our community.
Yeah.
Right. But everybody
Academy.
on YouTube right now, this is why this is a community thing for us and family. If you are in Houston, and some of y'all got a call with me this week, a discovery call, and you live in Houston. Shoshana, where are you right now? Shoshana, you're in Houston. If I shout me out, sis, if you here.
I think she is.
See where this lady lives at, or sir, I don't know, S&E Group.
They said hey D when they came in, so I don't know who it is.
So they know me then. Cool.
Yeah, they said hey D.
Cool, perfect. Shoshana, let's get with these folks. Somebody on TikTok saying that I'm in Houston and I need training. Kamisha, come over to our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants. That's where everybody is. TikTok, y'all just kind of hanging out with us. The real show is on YouTube at Forston Consultants. My last name, Forston Consultants. She said, I'm in Texas and I need help.
Come on over.
She said, I need training.
We got you.
And you said med training. We don't give out medications with what we do.
No, man.
So independent living facilities, our clients take their own meds. They bathe themselves, feed themselves. We provide a safe living environment.
Kimberly
we take people
Randall's
from homeless to hopeful.
So Kimberly, you need to connect. Y'all need to connect.
Absolutely. Yeah, Anthony's a lady. So yeah, let's hook up there.
All right. So you have one more question.
So man, I was trying to do this in under an hour.
I just saw that I wanted
to. It's 7:58. Let's see if I can do this in 2 minutes. Most of us now, unless you bougie like Kathy and Teal, and I jokingly say that about like Tiffany and some of my other people, Katara's in that same boat, right? Most of us are trying to do this in a real affordable way. So Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and y'all heard me joke about this, but Shay used to hate this. I used to take everything from our house, all our plates, cups, spoons, rugs, dressers, drawers, microwave, toaster, TVs, everything came from my house, y'all. And I kind of still do this today. And I just replaced my house with brand new stuff. So I can't tell you how many brand new TVs my house has had.
Yeah.
And not because I'm crazy about TVs.
Right.
When I launch a new house, I don't mind stripping my house. But remember what I told y'all last week? What work in my house may not work in your house. So don't you get in trouble with your wife and or husband. That works for me. And Shay grew into that. In the beginning, she hated it. Now she loves it because she realized if I take something, she get it brand new.
Except when you drop your whole meal on the floor when you come home from work because the kitchen table's
and that's a whole story that we'll tell another time because we told it before. So I got 1 minute until I end this room, and I tried my best to end this room in 1 hour. So we're going to get out of here. So Kamisha, we've been on here a long time, but you family now, sis. Join us every Monday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. And also every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And what's cool about these rooms, guys, they're all recorded. So whether you miss it or not, like right now, when you go to YouTube, if you click that tab that says live, not videos, because that's a bunch too, but the live means our long content. When we go live, guys, there's over 845 videos there. Not a question in your mind that if you want to do this, that's not in that. But join us every Monday and Tuesday, Saturday live, but also consider the one-on-one coaching. Yeah, we've got one-on-one coaching is $5,000. Our DIY version of that is $500. We also offer financing through Klarna and also Afterpay. Other than that, guys, I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. It's 8 o'clock.
Look at us.
And I'm gone in an hour. Mom Forster, can you believe I did it? Shay bless the people. We gone.
Listen, it's been great. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments down here, up there. I'm looking all over the place. It's been a great opportunity to share with you all amazing information. I am excited to see the relationships that people are building in this channel. Kamisha, go ahead and you see that thing scrolling below us here to get started. Go watch, do that.
Kamisha, text more info
to that phone number.
To that number.
And watch that free webinar and you do get a free call.
Make sure you enter your name, email address, and phone number because that's how you get the web class. And then you get a free call with me in my big mouth.
So you get to book the call. So the system's set up that if you watch more than 35% of the free that free webinar, you get access to that call. It's going to automatically send you a text message or an email that says, hey, schedule your free call with Derrick. You're going to get phone call. You may get.
And what city and state are you in, Miss Kamisha?
We'd love to see you join the family.
What city and state are you in? And welcome. And sorry you caught us kind of right at the end. Not sure how long you were on TikTok, but thank you so much for coming over. But this is where I like to say people find us on our social media, but usually TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram is how people find us. But the way people trust us is YouTube usually. So we love to gain your trust on YouTube because this is the long content where we have used it for hours, but we're getting better. And we're going to try to get it down to about an hour a night and then maybe 45 minutes at sometimes. But we love to be consistent. So every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday, we're right here. Also, Kamisha, do yourself a favor. Friend me today. So at Derrick Forston on Facebook, become my friend my wife, because we want you to see what we're doing. Come and be nosy. In other words, like when you be my friend and you become my friend, look at all the stuff that we're posting that we're doing. And then imagine yourself inside of it. Make sense, everybody? And again, big shout out to Miss Pam Smith and her family. Big shout out to all the consistent people that are always here.
Give a shout out to
big shout out to the Pathway way out in, I think it's California.
Pathway to Salvation.
So Pathway to Salvation, they're in their ILF right now, putting in furniture and getting ready to start changing lives of people. And just less than probably 6 weeks ago, this was a dream in their head. They started with the DIY and they upgraded to the one-on-one coaching, and now picked up their first keys in less than probably 2 months of knowing me. That's pretty impressive. So big shout out to a lot of the families that are getting keys this week, last week. I don't say a lot of y'all's names, and I'm gonna get in trouble for that because I've already have. Derrick, why you didn't say me and my family? Because sometimes I get mixed up. For some of y'all don't want me to shout y'all out. Y'all talk, Derrick, I don't want my family to know, so don't be saying my name on YouTube.
Okay, no problem.
So some of y'all, I try to be careful. But other than that, man, thank y'all so much again.
I have one gem before we leave.
Shay, go ahead.
It just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Bam.
Kathy, Ronald, do me a favor. You've got email campaigns that you can upload videos in. For people that cannot make your open house, why not create an email campaign with a video walkthrough embedded in the email campaign?
A virtual walkthrough. Ooh.
Do it through DFS. Just wanted to leave that. I'm done. I'm out. I love y'all. I've been here before. It's helpful. I'm just slow and scared of failing. It's plenty of rent houses in my neighborhood. Well, Kamisha, can I tell you something?
It's time to go, Kamisha. For such a time as this.
Fear will have you stuck in a place that you don't want to be in, right? When you do things, you have to do them afraid sometimes.
Talk to her, Pam.
Do it afraid, right? You've got to conquer that fear. What's that? If you don't attempt to do it, how do you know if your try would be a success or a failure? You would never know. You failed by not even attempting it, right? Because you didn't give your opportunity. You didn't get your opportunity to see if it would. If it would be a good thing, a great outcome. So don't allow fear to cause you to get stuck. If this is what you feel,
evidence appearing real.
That's it. Say it again.
False evidence appearing real. That's kind of the acronym for fear on the positive side. Again, false evidence appearing real. And remember, even one that's better than that is that God did not give us the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind to make decisions. It sounds like you're making a decision to get into this. This is ministry. What a great decision.
Yeah.
Right? This is not you selling alarm systems. This is not you selling fundraiser donuts. Right? This is ministry, and God honors that. So take a leap of faith, just like a bunch of these people did. And if you've been here long enough, you heard how we kind of got on Pam. Pam was you 13 days ago. Right. But because she moved now after being shaken up through coaching, because that's what you also need. Right. And you probably know that.
Yeah.
In fact, let's pretend only me and you in the room right now, sis. Would you agree that you could use the one-on-one coaching? And that's for everybody, actually, that's not under my coaching right now. Put in the chat if you're honest with yourself. Do you really think you could use the one-on-one coaching?
Yes. She said yes.
Absolutely. Like, who else right now that joins us that you're not under our coaching yet? But you said, Derrick, man, I listen to y'all. And I can just only imagine. I'm hearing the success stories. I saw your Google reviews. I see you all over the internet. Who else would agree that the one-on-one coaching could possibly change your life? And if you remember, because remember, we real smart. We ain't going to give me credit. Forget about Derrick.
Correct.
God gets the credit. He just gonna work it through us. Because God ain't gonna jump off of his throne to come down here to help you. He partners with man to allow your dreams to come true. Yeah. My name is Derrick Forster. We improved this entire message. And I pray God's speed over your life, your mind, and your body. And that's for everybody, not just her right now. This is everybody. I pray God's speed over your mind so that you have the mind of Christ and an able body to do what God has called you to do. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly
above all you could ever ask, think, or imagine, according to God's power that works in you. So remember, Miss Kamisha, God has power that is working through you and in you. So fear is not an option. Yep. Failure is not an option. And if you do fail, it's not a lifelong failure, right? It's an opportunity to reorganize, reinvest, restabilize yourself and get back out there. Failing is what we do, right? When a baby first learns to walk, they fail at walking. If you want to use that as failure,
fail fast.
But that's what they do.
We talked about that last night
and get right back up. So that's the same thing with business. So don't be afraid to fail. Know that God has you. Forston Consultants has you. And we will see you on Saturday. ILF Mastery Blueprint family and the Upgrade family. We will see y'all tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern in our private community private community where we discuss some things with the business maven. We love y'all and good night.
Good night.